we'll throw that on. We'll go to that for you all. All right. Hello, hello. And welcome back to another beautiful episode of Mulligan Opinions with me as your first and foremost host, without any consideration of my feelings. They wanted to name this episode 4 part 2. So here we go. Brought to you, and by brought to you, I mean with people, of course, always, as my carpet's fucked up, is our lovely hosts, Gazorb, or Alex. That's your cue to speak. Me. Okay, there you go. And Xander.
That would be me.
Wow.
We've got the new tradition down.
I hate it here with a fiery passion. I'll turn the background music down just a tiny bit. Okay.
Oh, it's already too loud. Oh my god.
I don't know if it's too loud or not.
I have no idea. I can't be stream muted. Otherwise, I'd hear an echo.
Yep, that tab is definitely muted, so I don't hear myself 5 seconds after I start speaking.
Why is that? You don't like hearing your own voice? I'll give you a hint. Streaming, it's really made me comfortable with my own voice.
No, the issue is hearing myself speak 2 seconds after I've spoken fucks me up and I can't speak English.
I see. Wow. You know, what's beauty about that is I can't speak English to begin with. Speaking...
canceled today. This is what you get when episode 4 part 2 happens, and we call it episode 6. You get a canceling guest.
That's true. We originally had a guest, and we were going to have topics, and then, yeah. Then we had half a day to figure out topics, and instead we didn't do anything. We played Phasmophobia.
And now we're here. Well, I guess in tradition, we should cover the basics. In the world of anime, I have something. Dragon Age Absolution was phenomenal. Brand new anime on Netflix. I thought that was splendiferous. I know Clone watched it.
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was Dragon Age-y, which is perfect. Just what it should be.
Now, if we can just convince Gazorp, we'll be on a roll.
I'll eventually watch it. I got too much shit on my plate to watch right now.
This
really,
is true.
We're just gonna get mad to watch it, and then her love it, and then Alex will watch it.
There you go.
If she's gonna watch it, I'll probably end up like being the one that watches it with her. So that's typically how those things go.
Is that typically how these things go?
What
Yeah,
anime does she even watch?
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
So, is that anime? Is that not
Yeah.
a cartoon?
No, it's an anime. It's made by a Japanese studio.
They've even remade it.
It's more anime than Dragon Age, whatever. Whatever it was called.
Absolution.
Yeah, that one. Besides that, anime world, I mean, Season of Winter is coming to an end for anime. And then, what season is technically after winter season? Because it's still fucking winter.
Spring?
Are animes like TV shows? Do you guys get Christmas episodes?
Yeah.
Occasionally, but they don't happen normally during Christmas. For example, I had a Christmas episode on one of the anime I was watching, I want to say 2 weeks ago.
That was still December, though.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched anime where they fucking happen in July.
I think I mean, did the anime already come out, though?
I have no clue. Don't look at me.
That's like fucking saying, I binged a 12-episode anime that came out weekly, and now we're in winter, and I'm currently in July, so it doesn't line up.
I mean, think about Rascal Did Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. That Christmas episode didn't happen in December at all.
I don't fucking remember specific dates and seasons of when this shit came out, bud.
I see. Yeah, I think that was happening, I guess technically fall. Oh, we're in fall. We're not even winter season, are we? It occurs to me. No, are we in fall or are we on winter? No, we're on winter. Yeah. I don't fucking know.
Ghosts, the current, really good TV show.
That's
probably the
that's
best.
not
I think
bad.
it's the #1 sitcom on television right now. Ghosts just had its Christmas special, 2 episodes back to back, and it was really good. The main actress is from iZombie, and in iZombie she had to play a lot of personalities because the premise of the show was, as a zombie she ate brains, and they would inflect her personality and how she deals with things. So she already had an entire 8-season show where she was having to be different personalities. And in
Okay.
the new one, she got possessed by a ghost and had to be one of the ghosts, and she did a phenomenal job. The whole Christmas special was really great on ghosts. But yeah, I guess I mean, even sitcoms and TV shows, you don't really run, year round. You run a couple episodes. But if you're on during Christmas, usually you run a Christmas episode.
Interesting. Okay.
I know I'm the only one who watches television shows.
I'd say, I got nothing on that one, folk.
I know. We had a Thanksgiving episode in Neighborhood. We're not gonna have a Christmas episode because they're on break until next month.
Gotcha. I'm trying to think of one recently, for anime. I guess I did watch live action wise recently. What did I watch? I cannot remember what I watched now. I actually cannot remember for the life of me. I don't know. I've been sick with COVID for the past 2 weeks.
You watched something live action?
Yeah, Wednesday. That's what it was. It was Wednesday.
Oh, great show. Absolutely.
That was really, really good. I did watch the whole season while I was sick with COVID.
What did you think?
It was good. I liked it.
It was very good.
I got nothing to say besides it was really, really good.
You also watched it, Gazorb?
Yeah. I saw
Nice.
it before Clone did.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. He recommended it. I think-
Madeline sucked me into it.
What were your guys' opinions of the Werewolf Girl?
It was good.
Yeah, I thought she did good.
I think so, at least. Yeah.
I thought she, in the beginning, she was very, that over peppy, that super, high, princess girl. And I was like, ah, man, I'm going to hate her. And I ended up really, really liking her.
Oh, that's
she's a
good.
Really good character.
Okay. I think I really liked her because it kind of showed the what's it called? I don't know, it was a good what's the word that is like the opposite of the main character?
Antagonist?
Not not antagonist because
I mean, that is the opposite of a protagonist.
But I meant what is the opposite of the personality of the protagonist in terms of
side character, an ally?
I guess it's a side character, but there's a certain name for it, not the duality of the main protagonist, but it's the complete opposite personality types of the main protagonist. And I think they played that dynamic really, really well, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Jessica Ortega, the actress who played as Wednesday, I thought she did a phenomenal job in her role as well. That was a very, very good depiction. I mean, if you'd ask me prior to seeing it, how hard do you think it would be to do a TV show about Wednesday live action? That would be hard, because the cartoons always made them out to be overly ride a rocket or explode the room and stuff like that. And they did a very good job of that.
Yeah. I mean, I think they did that really well. I think they also just did, to be honest with you, Addams Family really, really well. I thought it fit the vibe of it, considering I haven't watched the original movie in so
Easter
long.
egg, the girl who played the mom.
Yeah.
Morticia.
Mm-hmm.
That is the original actress who played Morticia in the original 90s film.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She
I didn't
looks
know that.
fucking good, considering the fact that she played Morticia in I think it was 96, 95, something like that. Early 90s maybe, somewhere around there. And
I think something
she
like
played
that,
Morticia
yeah.
again, and she still fucking holds that part.
No, she was good. I really liked I don't think it's the original. If you didn't know, I'm sure you would know more. But I don't think the original actor for Gomez was the original actor. But
No, it was not the original actor for Gomez.
I think he portrayed it really well, though.
However, the actor who played Gomez was was Detective L. I can't remember his name. I just know it started with an L. Lorenzo or Lorez or something like that. He was the detective in Dexter. Which, if you guys haven't, anybody who has ever seen Dexter, I highly recommend watching Dexter New Blood, especially if you hated the ending of Dexter, because it really remedies that, as well as if you don't, even if you enjoyed the ending, which I personally loved the ending of Dexter. When I heard about New Blood, I was like, I mean, you ended it pretty good, in my opinion. I know a large fan base didn't like it, but I thought the ending was fine. New Blood still is great. I mean, it was a really good chapter. Will they continue New Blood? I don't think they will. I'm interested to see, but I do not think there will ever be a season 2. They could. They absolutely could continue on, and they could do a whole 5, 6, 7, 8 season show out of that, but I don't think they will.
Okay. No, I have only watched a couple episodes of Dexter. I really like it. One of my favorite scenes is the key lime pie scene.
Key lime pie.
I believe that was Dexter. Mostly because Binging with Babish made a video on it. It was just an excuse to make key lime pie, and it is that recipe. I have improved upon it because I like key lime pie being a lot more limey rather than sweet. And I have my own little version because of that. It motivated me a lot to get into that type of baking, I guess is what it would be called, even though it's not really baking.
Oh,
but
he brings key lime pie to the girl at the bottom
yes.
of Miami Metro Police, the evidence lady.
Was it that one?
Record supervisor.
I remember him putting in cyanide into a key lime pie and giving it to, I think, an elderly woman. Maybe it was that one. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, he always gave her key lime pies and eventually poisoned her.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. That's probably what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, she's another famous actress as well that was on a lot of things. Yeah, did you finish Dexter, the whole TV show?
No, like I said, only bits and pieces. I haven't finished a lot of television shows. My biggest issue with live action, not only
Lucifer, which I was like, how?
I just lost interest. It got it got repetitive for me. It got a little too repetitive. And you told me that it was it was a little bit like that in the middle seasons.
I mean, it is repetitive because it is a police show. Like, it is your classic detective show about Lucifer. And I mean, that's what the comics were. I mean, the comics never really strayed far away from we're solving cases. And it's the same as iZombie. iZombie is, I think, 5 seasons of straight up just, we eat a brain, we are now playing this person and learning their memories and stuff, solving this case of how they were murdered, and then it's just 5 seasons of that before it ever deters, really.
Gotcha. I mean, that's the problem that I have with a lot of live action. It is because they're so long, because each one of them's, an hour 40, technically, 40 minutes long, because it's an hour long with commercials. And they normally have so many seasons. There's only so much you can do with it, where like I know we joke about One Piece having filler episodes, but I get, end of the day, like a lot of television shows to me have just filler in it, where it's the same pattern over and over and over again on episode after episode after episode.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of TV shows do not have progression.
No.
I mean, there's definitely a difference. There's TV shows with progression, and there's TV shows that don't progress. Wednesday would be an example of a TV show that progresses. It is constantly trying to strive towards a goal and towards its like certain things. But then you have like Dexter. I mean, there's no goal striving. It's just we're murdering people. Why? Yeah. Well, it's part we're a cop show solving cases, and it's part we're a serial killer. So it filled both roles.
It does. I know my mom loves it. But I don't know how Alex feels, Mr. Always Fucking Quiet, and I'm about to start interjecting with him a lot more often about television shows.
I don't watch regular TV.
I know you don't, but why don't you, is what I'm trying to get at. It's like,
I don't have time, and I'm already invested in too many anime.
Well, there you go. All right, here's a time issue. You can do what I do and get like 4 hours of sleep every night. I mean, it works.
No, I see that's the difference. I value sleep.
I also value sleep. I just sleep sporadically.
You would probably like Ghost clone.
Oh, I love Ghosts. Every time you've shown me it, it's fucking hilarious.
Right, that's a middle way point where we do have a repetitious cycle where we're not always.
Yeah, but it's a comedy.
Right, exactly. But it is also half progression. I mean, there is a lot of things that need dealt with when it comes to running a hotel or this B&B and getting it started up. And we just recently we just had an episode, the liquor license, and I think you would love that episode. I think I showed it to you, maybe. Didn't I? The one where they hid the liquor in the wall. No,
you showed me the bear attack one with the Cub Scout or the Boy Scout leader. You know how he died.
The Boy Scout died from getting shot in an arrow in the neck.
Yeah, I know. I meant like the one where they went to the house to film.
Oh, okay, right.
What was it?
Dumb Deaths.
Dumb Deaths or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to show you the liquor license one. Definitely.
Okay.
That one was really, really good.
Xander.
What?
You know what real TV show I need to fucking actually sit down and go through and watch because I've only seen bits and pieces of it?
What?
Letterkenny.
That's
Same.
Great.
I also need that.
I've seen like a couple episodes from each season, but I've never actually sat down.
I'm a season behind right now. It's a really good TV show. I mean, the first, I think it's season 1. I'm pretty sure it's season 1. The whole point of season 1 was who's toughest guy in town. Like, who's the toughest guy in town? Yeah, no, it is really good. They made an offshore TV show called Shoresy, which is about Shoresy. I haven't watched that yet. My roommate loves it. I'm not really the biggest fan of Shoresy in the TV show, though. Fucking funny enough to say, my favorite people are the girl, the sister, and the meth heads. They're my favorite characters. I love them.
Is it because it reminds you of yourself?
No, just because they suck at getting shit done. The methods suck at getting shit done, and it's fucking hilarious. And they like stumble across like $1 million ideas and like get it all completely worked out, and then they get the idea, like the whole thing ripped out from underneath them, and it's like, you guys are so dumb.
Interesting.
And then the sister, I love the sister just because she is not afraid to speak her mind. She'll tell you, go fuck yourself, like on the spot. Yeah, Letterkenny's great. It's an interesting Canadian show for sure.
It's also a very quotable show, and that's
Yeah.
the reason why I've seen like bits and pieces of every episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of great quotes on that show, and I can't remember any of them.
The Canadian Gooses.
The Canadian Goose
yeah.
one is a fun one. I don't remember the exact quote, but that's always a fun one.
The only thing I wish is they would have kept the trend they held for, I think, all of season 1, which is during transition points, or at least in the beginning of each episode, they started each episode out with a different, like, with a dog or a, I can't remember, it was like a greyhound or something like that, but they always had this dog, and they had, like, little puppies of this dog, and they were just everywhere, and, like, I loved watching those dogs be stupid in the background. It was fucking amazing.
Interesting.
I never noticed anything like that.
I haven't
It's
watched
only in the
a lot of
first
it.
season, and it's only in transition points, like at the beginning of the episode, or like whenever it goes to commercials and comes back.
Oh, probably stuff I've never seen then. Okay. Huh.
But that whole thing died off after, I think, season 1 or season 2, and I was like, man. But I get it. It did take airtime out of their stories, and their plot lines got harder to do for sure. I mean, the hockey episode, that's a rough one. Like, I am mind blown that they covered that much progression in one episode. They cleared out an entire town and a hockey incident and the toughest guy. All 3 of those got cleared out progression wise in like one episode. I was like, God damn. How is One Piece going? Are we in 7th
We're switching
gear
to
yet?
anime now, are we?
Like in the anime or in the manga?
Manga's farther, right?
Manga's way farther. Yeah.
But yeah, what are we at? 6th gear? Like,
No, we're still at Gear 5th.
okay, we at Laughdale?
No, we're gonna be heading to Elbaf after Egghead.
Alright, where's this made up place from?
Made up
Egghead?
voice.
Yeah, why is it not? Why are we not going to Laughdale? Why are we going there? Is there a rune there? Tell me there's a rune there, please.
No, Vegapunk, the smartest person on the entire planet, who's allied with the world government,
And we're going to him to ask him where Laughdale's at, right?
we're going to him, and we find
get a
out
rune.
that he actually isn't a really big fan of the world government. He ate the brain fruit, which allowed his brain to store an infinite amount of knowledge
Oh, did he?
at the price
Holy
of
shit.
yes, at the price of his head getting bigger. So his head got so big because it had so much information. The entire top part dome of the planet was actually just a case for his brain. That he had then severed from his head, and then he has like an antenna, so he can control his body.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he split his brain into 6 parts. Vegapunk's fucking ridiculous. That's why Frankie is a cyborg. He basically 2-year time skip landed on an old Vegapunk research facility on a different island. Upgraded the fuck out of himself by reverse engineering. We're there because Vegapunk is now being targeted by the world government because he found out what happened in the 300 or the 100-year void century. So Luffy and crew get on Egghead right before CP0 gets to Egghead to try to kill Vegapunk. Find out that Rob Lucci is in CP0, of course, like officially. He has awakened his devil fruit, and he gets his ass kicked by Luffy. And that's where we ended. But Vegapunk and Nico Robin came to the conclusion that after Robin's Island of Architects, who also knew the 100-year void, that island got basically blown to fuck, Xander. And because of that, all the information about the 100-year void was lost, but Nico Robin's the only person left who can read. Yeah.
Right.
There was a giant on that island that was basically protected Nico Robin. His name was Saul. Well, she thought Saul died when the island blew up, but he lived, and he grabbed all of the books that the people
how did he grab? It's an explosion. How did he grab
all of the architects were dumping their books into this giant hole to save it from the fire because it was lower on the ground and it's just dirt.
Okay.
So Saul grabs all of them and then takes them to Elbaf.
So we're gonna find out some shit.
So now we're going to Elbaf.
So this is like second to last thing, right? We're gonna go here.
And Elbaf is the island of the giants.
Okay, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna find Saul. Huge reunion. La, and then give us the book. Like read all the books real quick. That's like 2 seconds with a little transition. Read all the books. We know where Laughtail is. We go to Laughtail.
Yep.
You know it's not gonna happen like that. You know there's some bullshit in between. You know we're gonna have to fight the world government, save the fucking world, kill 3 guys, and fucking end an entire prophecy, and then we'll be like, let's go to Laughtail. We're gonna get there.
And Laughtail's not even gonna be the last. Laughtail's not even gonna be the last fucking stop on the road, bro.
Bro, it's gonna be a sand dune, and it's just gonna have a fucking little stick of wood, bamboo sticking out of the ground, and it's just gonna have a little note inside. Takes out the note, it's just gonna be like, ha ha. It's gonna be something dumb. It's gonna be something Luffy would write. It's gonna be something Luffy would write.
Also, I need right back.
Like you did it. You did it.
I hate how I had to sit through that. He hasn't told me any spoilers for a long time. Wow. Okay, that's a lot to take in.
A lot of spoilers to take in?
Oh yeah, that is a lot.
I mean, how far behind are you?
He normally gives me like spoilers like 1 or 2 episodes after what we currently have in like
that's
anime.
What did I cut you ahead? Like 5 seasons?
Probably like an entire season, maybe a season and a half.
Nice.
Like holy moly. Okay, that's a lot. That's a really lot to take in. And
really
if I was a good man, I would have put like a spoiler, like, hey, don't listen to this unless you care. And I'm not.
No way we have an entourage of One Piece watchers.
Well, probably a good point. Not yet, at least. Don't cut ourselves short. Maybe in 5 years, when those spoilers are still relevant, because that's how long it's going to take.
We might have an entourage of Ghost people. People who are watching Ghost. That's what we need.
I don't know about that one. I like to think most of the people who watch us are weebs, even though we have no correlation to weeb in our name.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
Then again, I mean, we are pretty broad Mulligan opinions. It is everybody.
That is I don't want to. I didn't really want to keep us straight and narrowed on the one thing, but no, I mean, on the anime side of things for One Piece, because you didn't really touch up on that, we're still in the middle of the Kaido fight, so we're still, like I said, still in the Wano arc, which they fucking finished a while ago.
That fight has no purpose to getting to Laughtail, right?
No, it does. They have a stupid little relic thingy, I think.
Oh, they have a rune?
Yeah, they have a rune. We're also kind of trying to defend Robin away from getting captured from them.
How many runes
but for the most
have?
I don't
including the one you're about to get from Kaido?
You like I don't fucking know. I don't keep track. Listen here.
What do you mean?
Why would I keep track?
This should be on the top left as a UI on every episode of the anime.
Oh,
this
God.
is the most important factor.
No.
How many runes there are, where the island is, Laughtail. This is why I don't watch fucking anime.
No,
this is why I don't watch the anime. We can't get to this island. We're 2,000 episodes deep almost.
1,000.
I can't. 1,000 what? 300?
1,080. I'll look it up. I think we're like 1,080 something.
Okay, 1,100 episodes deep, and we're no closer to this island than we were at the first rune.
1,045 is what came out last week.
The fact we have gotten any runes is a goddamn miracle. I don't even know what Luffy is doing. He's the captain of this ship. He needs to hand his straw hat down.
No.
Someone call Brooks up. We get Brooks up here. Brooks will get us to Laughtail by tomorrow.
I mean, to be fair, he is coming in clutch when getting these stupid ruins, because I know in Whole Cake Island, he stole it using his stupid ghost abilities.
Like, he'll have us at Laugh Tale tonight.
No, I think you'd have. I think, if anything, he would have us drunk and playing the piano by the nighttime.
Yeah,
Is
but
what
you'd
I
be
would think.
Good. You'd be eating great.
No, because that's Sanji. He doesn't eat. Does Brook eat? I know he's a skeleton. So
Yeah, he
theoretically, he
should-
shouldn't eat. But I bet he does. I don't know. We haven't had like a jolly time with him for like a long time. It's just been fighting at this point for like.
I mean, look, he drinks
A
milk,
long-
so clearly he has to eat, right?
Well, there you go. Yeah, I guess he does. Well, milk is different than eating, but you know that's fine. Because milk is like I feel like a magical potion for skeletons. Oh, that's good stuff. That's what I think, at least. You never know.
See, I'm telling you, Brooks is the best.
I mean, Brook is pretty good. I do like the musicalness of Brook, and the jolliness of Brook, and the carefree attitude of Brook.
Best character in One Piece.
I still think the best character, I know from way back when I was a child and reading the manga, I really liked Sanji, because he was a cook, you know, blah, 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 blah. I was an aspiring cook, blah, 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 blah. And then growing up and getting more into weirdly just life and stuff, I really like Zoro. Even though it's cliche, I really love Zoro's character. I think it's done well. I think it's portrayed well. I love the rivalry that him and Sanji's having constantly, you know? Even though you probably don't know any of this. You know, it would be nice to hear Alex say something, but he's gone currently. He had to step away.
I'm just got back.
Wow, look at that. But yeah, that's my favorite character.
So apparently you made major spoilers for Clone.
Did I?
Oh yeah.
know.
I
I
don't
know
mind
he
that
doesn't mind
much.
spoilers.
But it was like, holy shit, that's a lot. He hasn't caught me up in a while.
Where,
Yeah.
So there's only one rune left, right? Or do we have all the runes? Like, where he was just saying that he gets a rune from Kaido. That's all the runes. Like, we have all the runes, right?
He got one red one from Zoe. He got one red one from Big Mom and one from Kaido.
Okay.
He hasn't
that's
gotten no
great.
one from Kaido yet, has he? In the anime,
Well,
at least.
you know damn well it's gonna happen.
Not in the anime.
Okay.
No, that's like the last thing that happens on the island, if I remember correctly.
Anyway, but in the manga, that's okay. Is there another
so
one after
I
Kaido?
think the community is pretty positive it's on Elbaf, if I remember correctly.
Is that the last one?
Yeah.
God damn.
So it would go it goes Egghead, Elbaf, Laugh Tail, probably.
Look, all I'm saying is Luffy needs to hand the straw hat down. All right, he needs to decaptain. Brooks will have us at Laugh Tale tonight. We need to focus on getting a Laugh Tale instead. World government and all these other problems.
hey.
Oh, but the fucking anime, dude, whew, it's getting pretty amazing.
It's getting spicy. I really like it.
Can we speed it up?
We are getting to the point, regretfully, that we're like getting 5 minutes of actual fucking anime. And not
Bro.
reruns.
I'm so glad they split the Zoro Sanji fight at the same time on the same episode. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. I haven't watched the newest episode yet, though.
You haven't, dude? Holy
No.
shit, Sanji's ridiculous.
Is he ever gonna don his stupid suit yet? He has yet to.
No,
I'm very
he
upset.
He got rid of it. He threw it away.
Did he? I thought he kept it.
No.
Are you gonna play One Piece Odyssey?
Oh, I could
I
have
do
sworn he
wanna
kept it.
play
Because
One Piece
no,
Odyssey.
he had it during Wano arc. What do you want about?
Yeah,
Did he?
he did, and at the Kaido fight, I'm pretty sure he threw it away or he broke it. One of the two.
Did he?
Mhm.
He could have broken it. That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. I
Um,
had not thought about. I don't know. I haven't.
yeah, but you want the Sanji spoiler or no?
Well, wait. If it's literally just in the next episode, I just have to watch it tonight. You know.
No. It's not the Sanji spoiler from this episode. It's what's gonna happen.
Man, this is like 30 minutes of fucking spoilers for One Piece at this point. But continue.
I know.
I feel really bad.
You want to know, Clone?
Yes. I know
Okay.
any other. I know too many
So,
spoilers.
There's a point in the fight, if I remember properly, that Sanji was about to get shot a lot, and like he couldn't dodge it, and then all of the bullets reflect off of him because his Germa genes activate.
No shot. German genes.
Yeah.
Also, I hate that the only thing I can think of whenever I hear the word Germa in One Piece, no matter what, is just "We Are the Rats"
Yeah.
from Germa. I
But,
haven't
like,
watched him in years.
So they activate, and then after the fight with Queen, Sanji's fucking panicking because he's like, "Am I gonna lose all of my emotions like my sibling?"
Oh no! But
Yeah.
his siblings didn't lose all of their emotion.
I mean, they're still assholes.
I mean, yeah, but he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
But no, the Sanji fight is good.
The One Piece is just fantastic. I'll admit, I thought it used to be overhyped, but after watching it now for like 2 years straight, it's pretty good. I gotta admit, it's good. It's not like the biggest issue I have with it is like a television show. There's too many fucking episodes, and it's not going quick enough, and yada 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 yada. But it's good.
Yeah, but if you read the manga, you're like, dude, this is a nice size.
It is. Yeah. I can't read manga anymore. It's just so much money for such little reading content. I know you can find it online, but
yeah, just Google it.
But still, like, oh my god, I like supporting things I like. That's the thing, you know.
Mm.
But yeah,
I gotcha.
no anime, One Piece, good.
Any other animes that are on that are killing it?
We go over this.
Family.
It's the same shit every week so far.
It's the
Xander.
same shit every week. It never changes.
No, we just haven't. The new season hasn't started yet. We're going to the tail end of
Mob
this
Psycho
season.
100.
Haven't watched
Great
it yet.
Season.
There you go. That's something he started up.
Not even caught up on it yet, but ooh, it's good.
That's good.
Let
New
me
anime
check my
started
control.
since the last podcast that you would recommend?
No anime's
I've
really started.
son, but like they were already started this season.
Yeah, none of them's really. You won't see a lot of anime start right now because it's the middle of the season. It's not the start of the season. So still, Boat to the Rock. It's ending, I think, this Saturday or Sunday. That's been my favorite
this
so far
Sunday.
this
I haven't
season.
started it yet.
It's fucking phenomenal. I love it. Besides that, Spike's Family's good. It's always going to be good. What's the other one I've been watching a lot of? Oh, Aruma-kun still going on. And that's still, it's getting pretty hype. It's been decent.
it
I'm
is.
still waiting for Black Clover to come back one of these days. It's been 2
Yeah, it
years
will.
since I think the last episode at this point. Very annoying. What do we else got here? Uzaki-chan. That's been pretty funny as well, always.
Oh, there's another
There has
season?
been-
Yeah, season 2. You didn't know what was happening right now?
No, I didn't.
I think episode 12 just ended. Or just happened because I haven't watched it yet.
There have been no new
My Hero
movies.
Academia
Not
been
one.
great this season.
Nice. No new movies? Yeah, what the fuck you on about? The past week, Avatar, Blue Man came out.
Those are in theaters. I don't pay attention to theaters. I talk about what comes out on DVD.
I don't fucking know what's going
On streaming devices where
I
everybody
like
can
the
go
fuck-
watch it.
you know
right
what-
now.
you
Nobody
know
wants to
what
leave
else?
their house and go to the theater. I know Gazorp did it, and his
You
first
know
thing.
how you fucking sound right now? You fucking boomer, Xander.
Oh,
You sound like all of my clients. So I just want to buy it on CD.
Yeah.
CD!
My mom.
Alex, your fucking clients are like, how do I set up a VHS player?
Yeah, no, it's for the VHS. Yeah, I exaggerated a little bit there.
It's VHS and dogs. That's all you have to deal with now.
Yeah, I get stared down. Or, dude, I met this lady's dog today. It was like a pug chihuahua.
Oh,
Already not good look right there.
No.
It was old too, so he's all stiff, but he had so much energy. So you'd have this stiff little sausage that can't breathe, just fucking like trying to run everywhere. And then it'll like, I was having a blast. The lady was like, she was old. She's like, I'm sorry, this fucking dog's name, double whammy here, little bit. Just shoot
Little
it
bit?
already. Like,
Oh, no. That's almost as good as, what was it? Was it Carl Barks?
barks, yeah,
Little bit. No.
a little bit.
I still want to get another dog. I just need to, steady income.
oh. Rick
that-
and Morty just had their Christmas episode.
There you go.
Did they?
I do need to watch. I still need to just say fuck it and just find a way to watch Rick and Morty.
Hi, how are you?
We can talk later. Because I've heard only good things. I've never seen it right.
It's pretty funny.
And
It's going downhill.
it's absolutely
slowly, though.
fucking hilarious. My thing is, though, their games they come up with is fucking funny as shit.
That's
Yeah.
just Justin Roiland, dude.
Did
bro.
you play
I
the
think
other one?
Squanch is his.
Not High on Life. The other one was the other one.
I can't remember. I knew they made it in VR. I didn't play it.
Trollverse Saves the universe.
I think I watched Xander play it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, Trover Saves the Universe was really, really good as well. I didn't play it in VR. I played it on PC, and
Yeah.
it played fine. It played great.
Oh, because VR isn't PC.
Well, it's meant for VR. So, like, when you're playing, it has VR controls
Yes.
in a sense. You have to, like, teleport around. But even that, like, it played fine. Which goes to another trek to Valve of why the fuck can't I play Half-Life Alyx? Why do I need a mod? You know, make it for PC. Come on. Yeah, no, both High on Life I just beat 4 times over the last few days.
Yeah.
Great game.
I'm currently watching it again.
Are you really?
Yeah, on an Achievement Hunter.
It's a really, really good game. The decision making and choices that happen to you are actually like astronomically kind of crazy sometimes.
Why the fuck is my dog barking? God damn it. One second.
The world's
Speaking of
ending.
dogs.
Hegethorp's house.
Yeah. No, but I mean, speaking of Christmas, like you mentioned in the Christmas episode. Let's see here. I'm just trying to think of games that have Christmas events. Phasmophobia has Christmas event, which we've been trying to do. Phasmophobia, great game in my opinion. Sometimes spooky, sometimes not. Valheim just got a big update, and by big I mean the Mistlands are finally finished. And I know they always have a Christmas event, but I don't know what it is.
Ubisoft is making an animated shooter.
That's impressive, yeah.
Looks like anime girls. I am excited.
See,
what do you think, Clone?
I'm excited because on the... I guess I could pull up the website really quick.
The reason why they're tapping into this fucking market is because they saw how much the
of co-op session gameplays, I believe what they described it as, right?
Yes, I think so.
Ubisoft's dipped
Yeah.
into anime, Xander, because the Rainbow Six Siege anime skins sold like fucking crazy. They're like,
Did
oh,
they?
these weebs have money.
Well, yeah, the weebs always have money. I mean, that's one reason why like all the VTubers are doing so well, because it appeals to all that. Granted, also because they're fucking lovely people and deserve to have that following, but like, oh my god.
I was looking around at this today, like, I would love a third-person anime shooter. And I was
You
thinking
have
if
plenty
I
of
could-
them.
And I was scrolling around. Do we?
Yeah,
What do
most
we
of them
have
are
to
just
think-
not
like-
safe for work games.
Oh, those. Yeah, no, we have those. No. We've got, I believe Lewd Games is up to 100+ pages of those.
Oh my god.
Bro, they're... if you've ever scrolled through Lewd Games for NSFW content,
haven't.
there are killer banger video games on there. It is insane. But yeah, aside from that, no, I mean like PV, like why is there no like good anime shooter like PvP or PvE wise? Like,
because we just make skins and that makes more money.
yeah, but if we had a solid character creation game where with anime you collect outfits, costumes, and stuff like
I
kind of
mean-
like Kurtzbell basically, but
Oh my
a
god.
third-person shooter, you know, where you did like an MMO or something like that.
Like you just want Ghost Recon PvP shooting, but anime.
I
Or
want the Division anime or
there's
Destiny
mods.
2
I guarantee you,
anime.
there's mods for Division. To make
Yeah.
an anime.
Speaking of which,
Um,
Division Heartland, are you guys gonna try it?
I never played any of them.
I didn't know that was a thing. Oh, who the fuck was I playing Division 2 with? I cannot remember. I was playing Division 2 with somebody. May have been Derp.
Free to play Division.
Better question is, are we ever going to get into what is it? Ghost Recon Wildlands, but the second game that was not as good. We're ever going to do that again?
Breakpoint?
Yeah, Breakpoint.
I don't know.
Is that ever going
Why
to
you
go on
fucking even
sale?
own that?
No, we don't own that.
No,
None of us owns that.
We can beg for it on Epic. Come on, Epic.
We can
15 days
also.
of Christmas games.
They've all
15
been
days
pretty
of Christmas
bad,
games.
except for Balloons TD6.
They gave Wildlands away once, I think, didn't they?
Well, I don't
They
think
did,
so.
that's how I got
Oh,
it.
did they? No, they didn't. No, you bought it.
Did I?
Yeah, on Steam.
Oh, I don't fucking remember.
Yeah. I've been trying to
How
say let's go
long
back
it's
and play
been.
it because I thought we had a
I
great
would
time.
love to go back and play that.
I think that'd be fun to play with the three
The
of
only
us
problem
again.
is that's like we gotta commit. Like there needs to be
Yeah.
a commitment here because it is 100 gigabytes.
Which
That's
that's the reason why I haven't downloaded it.
talking to the man with 2.5 terabytes here, and I'm like, nah, that's still that's still a lot.
But no, I think Ubisoft's anime shooter. It looks okay, and by looks okay, I mean literally all you see is fucking spray art and just nothing on it. You can register to play it. I'm tempted to try that. See if I get in. But what?
Oh, the Project P?
Yeah, Project U.
Project U?
Yeah, I think it's Project U. It seems okay from the splash art, but that's just the fucking splash art. And there's a fat guy with a beard, so it already makes me happy.
I'm hoping to God.
It's Ubisoft though, so I don't have any hope.
I'm hoping
in
it's
terms
character
of
creation.
game developers, right? My only issue, and by game developers I mean EA fucking sucks in my opinion. I downloaded Dragon Age Origin recently. I might play it on stream or not. I don't know. Still haven't debated that.
Origins? I have Awakening,
but
on my Xbox
not
360.
Origins. What is it called? Inquisition. Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yes, we've been watching this.
And EA Origins isn't a thing anymore. Now it's just EA app, and they made it so much worse. It's so worse than fucking
How
Origins.
Worse than Origins.
Origins is terrible. This is about as bad as it is, but they give you less options now, so it's just worse.
Less options than
like you used to be able to all the information. Because I tried playing Origin or Inquisition, and it was told me you need a product key, right? I couldn't find it, and eventually just started working. On Origins, all you got to do is right-click the game and say, "Show me properties," and it'll give you the product key. On this, you do properties, and it's like Steam, where it shows you your local files. But Steam, it shows you local files, shows you a bunch of other things. This just shows you, your folder's here. I'm not looking for the fucking where is this hidden, I'm looking for the goddamn product key. It's just, they made it, it's just so limiting. Of course, then they double backed and everything and put everything on Steam again anyway, so there's no fucking point in using that stupid app, so I'm going to delete it the moment, I'm done with Inquisition. But, no. So, but I'm trying to get at is EA, I think, it makes the worst fucking launchers, their games are decent, and by decent, I mean, their Star Wars games, pretty good. Dragon Age, it's not bad, but they haven't made anything for years. And then besides that, Ubisoft is terrible, and then goes Epic and Steam. That's how I rank the launchers and the developers. A lot of the time. Because Ubisoft, I hate their launcher. I hate it with a fiery passion. They should just do what EA did and finally go back to Steam.
What, you don't like Shift F2, bro?
No, I don't like Shift F2. I've very little had the Steam overlay break on me. Shift F2 breaks all the time.
I did have a really bad Steam overlay dying on me the other day, though.
You did? Was it when we started playing Valheim again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my friends list part was frozen, so I could access everything on the screen but my popped out friends list, even if I hit friends again on the bottom, and I was like, oh, well, I'm fucked.
Jesus.
I literally had to Alt-Tab, go to that Steam friends list, join you, and then back into my game. I just couldn't do it the old way.
We could definitely get into Wildlands.
I mean, we could, but I know you guys were thinking about getting the curse spell. But either way, it's probably going to get streamed at some point.
Curse spell.
Oh, this is a great segue.
If we do a bunch of PvE missions, we can get to 4-player, but curse spell by nature is a 2-player game.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Is it? Oh.
Wow. Chalk that one off for another Alex's shitty Korean MMO kick.
Yeah. We need I mean, you guys can group up and then go through mission stuff, and then I can just spam down other things.
Ugh.
Unless they've changed PvP otherwise. But yeah, there's PvE and PvP, and it was a really good game. It's fun, but it was very, very early on.
I don't know. I haven't played Curse Spell ever. I want to say before I met Alex, which was what, 5 years ago now? A little 5. Yeah, 17. So it's been 5 years and like 3 months? Yeah, 3 months.
When did you last launch Curse Spell, Glorp?
Let me see.
Oh, it says 1 minute played recently. 4 minutes played.
Oh, today, yeah.
Fuck.
Rip. But before I met Alex, I don't think I touched a Korean MMO besides Terra, and that was for like 20 minutes.
You played Genshin Impact, motherfucker.
I didn't. Genshin came out after we met each other.
Did it really?
Yes.
Fuck.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I was really hoping because I remember.
I would know because I used to have a friend named Josh that actually played video games. And now he doesn't play anything but Genshin.
I can't blame him. It's like the best anime game on the market.
No, it's good.
Now,
I
if only
can't fault
they
it.
would add guns.
Right? Where are my guns? Oh, did you guys see that free on Epic today is them's fighting herds, and it's basically My Little Pony fighting game.
Speaking of
Oh.
Epic Games with free games, because I could care less about whatever the hell that is. Right now, it's the 12 days of free games for Epic?
15 days.
15 days. So if you're watching this 2022, December 19th, you've missed a couple of games. The first and only good one so far, in my opinion, is Balloons TD. And the other ones have been pretty bad. And you have, 13 days left?
Yeah.
Something like that. So you still got a lot. I think it goes through the new year. So, a lot of free games that may or may not be good. No fucking clue.
But they're free, and they're games. And in total, you'll be getting over $100 worth.
Yeah. Now that we support Epic around these parts, which we kind of do. But, I mean, speaking of Epic, even though I know we're bouncing around because I wanted to talk about Alex's crippling Korean MMO fucking addiction.
Oh, Epic's lawsuit?
Yeah, Epic's lawsuit about child
so Epic
privacy.
just lost their lawsuit against the
FTC.
Federal Trade Commission, and they lost on both sides. So the grand total is $520 million to be paid for problems and reconciliation.
Yeah, so that'll
What?
be. Yeah, so apparently the FTC's been kind of getting on their ass for child privacy issues, and specifically not really making it so if you're under 13, which I think is currently the federal law, requiring an adult to say yeah you can play online. They just kind of let it happen, and then also because it's a pain in the ass for adults to get refunds via when their kids play Fortnite and enter in the credit card and just buy a bunch of shit. Apparently that's caused a ruckus and FTC finally sued them. That's kind of the dumbed down version of it.
Is
So-
Roblox next?
Huh? Roblox, yeah.
It says Roblox next.
No clue. That needs to be shut down for several reasons, in my opinion. Mostly because it's a cesspool of, that's about it. It's just a cesspool. It's just a cesspool of cess. And there's just issues. There's just so many groups there that convert so many people to the wrong thinking. Kind of like Club Penguin,
In other news,
Speaking about Club Penguin, this just reminded me. What up with the sudden fucking Webkins world shit?
What is Webkins? I've never heard of this.
What the fuck? Clone.
What?
Intervention. I gotta pull some shit up now. 1 second.
I don't know what he's talking about. What were you gonna say, Xander? While he's
Not.
I was gonna say, in other news, if you were fans of Fear or Doom, there's a company making a game called Celico on Steam. There's a free-to-play demo. Very good. I was a huge fan of Fear. I loved Fear for many years. I still play Fear to this day. But there's no multiplayer left, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, Fear's great.
Clone. Click that link. See what that
it's
is?
on Amazon. I'm gonna copy this and I'm opening this in a private browser. You can't get me to get cookies from this site.
It's a video game, isn't it?
You see what that is, Clone?
It's a bulldog. What about it?
You bought that IRL, then you would log into webkins.com.
So you're telling me it's Disney
and it
Infinity?
came with a code, and then you redeemed that version of your animal's avatar in game to do shit.
So it's Disney Infinity meets Neopets.
Yeah, basically.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and that shit was like everywhere when I
What?
was in. Let me think back. Let me get the year. Like 2009.
2009. Ooh, I think I got into gaming 2007. And I played Call of Duty and Halo, which explains. The only thing I knew of that was plushie based back in the day was, like I said, Neopets.
No, probably closer to 2007.
Like it was pretty much Neopets. The only thing I think of plushies. But besides that, growing up, you know how many fucking not Jelly Bellies? What are they called? The plushies that people rave over. No, that rave over and are worth millions of dollars. That old people used to collect. What are they called? Something. Are they something belly?
What the fuck are you talking
What are they
about? Beanie
called?
Babies?
Beanie Babies. Yes, thank you. Beanie Babies. Yeah, I got gifted those I got gifted those every single year for birthday and Christmas. I have so many stuffed animals over at my other house. And by other house, I mean my dad's house where all of them are stored. It's fucking hilarious. I really do need to transfer them.
What fucking description of a Beanie Baby did you just try to give
It's a
me?
plushie that's that old people used to collect, and they think they're worth millions of dollars. What better description is there?
I would have said porcelain dolls.
But they're not plushie.
You called it a fucking, like, you said jelly bean? No, that's
No,
not
I said
the
jelly
word for
belly.
it. That's the same.
And I was like, that's not the word for it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I did have a stroke. Oh my god. I don't know what you want. What do you want from me? Okay, you know me. I don't.
I have so much shit to process right now.
You know how I am. I don't do things well. You know, I know how to play video games.
Don't do things well.
I can tell you why
proper grammar. Still fucking admit it.
I can tell you why the planet's fucked, and I can play video games well.
Can you?
Yeah, I can tell you. I can go on a fucking 5-hour rant about the planet any day of
Can
the
you
week.
play video games well?
Oh, you little shit! Fucking 1v1 me Siege. How many times do we gotta do this? I got
1v1 me in RTS, 1v1 me in fighting games, 1v1 me in Quake.
I will 1v1 you in Quake.
Okay.
And I will
1v1
win
me
a
Diabolical.
round.
Or Quake. You will not win a round. You will get a kill. Maybe a kill per round.
So I don't know. There's a lot of things. Yeah. I don't English grammar. I don't know. Never got a lower than a B in an English class. Get fucked, nerds. AP English all the way through school. I'm smart. No English well. I just can't speak it well.
No English well. It's looking good for you right now.
Mm-hmm. Boy, if my English teachers ever hear me speak nowadays, it will be bad. I did meet one of them.
Taught English in the ancient caves of fucking America.
Ancient cave. I'll have you know, I went to school in a building that was built in the 60s. Mold was growing on the ceilings. It flooded every year. The heat would get stuck on in the summer. The newest part we had was the theater/band/art building, which is across the campus. And besides that, the gym was built recently as well. And by recently, I mean the 80s. So one part was 60s, one part was 80s, one part was like 2000s. It had air conditioning. Well, no one else had air conditioning. I will admit, I did like sitting in the classrooms in the summer when the heat didn't get stuck on, having the windows open, being able to hear the birds, seeing the butterflies, smelling the smells of summer. It was nice. It was quite calming. Yeah.
Quite calming.
Mm-hmm. What's up? What were you about to say, Gazorp?
Quick question for you.
Hi, Condes.
In elementary school,
Oh dear.
did your school also do the dissecting thing?
In elementary? No.
Yeah.
We didn't dissect
Dude,
it in high school.
I'm fucking traumatized from that shit, evidently, because every
Why?
time I think back to elementary school, it's of me almost vomiting from the smell of the formaldehyde? Whatever the fuck it is.
Holy shit, wait a minute. Did we,
I just unlock a memory.
What did you dissect?
It wasn't even really dissecting. It was more like, look at these pig lungs or some shit. It
Yeah,
was like,
no, we did look at something in formaldehyde. I remember this.
Yeah, and as a kid, I was like, this is the worst thing I've smelled ever. And then I was like, trying to just not vomit.
Trying to not vomit. I cannot remember what we looked at. We looked at something that was covered in formaldehyde. That's all I remember. I can't believe I forgot about this. It was such a little thing. See, the biggest thing
so
I
little to
remember.
you. If I didn't smell that bad to you, then
It smelled like fucking formaldehyde. What do you want? You're talking to someone.
It's horrible.
This is going to sound bad out of context. I've smelled a lot of chemicals growing up, and and
Like
throughout
fucking
my life, mostly
Madeline
because
and I
science.
We did this thing in fucking college, and it was like a tour for some shit, but it was in like the mortuary science building. And we had to go through the classrooms a couple times. You're meeting some of the professors and all this shit.
Mhm.
And every time we walked in one of those classrooms, I would just think about it. I'm like, this is the fucking worst. I don't want to even be here. This isn't worth it. Like, just I need a trash can or something.
No, I don't know. Chemicals don't. Rotten food. Fucking hate the smell of it. Chemicals like formaldehyde, bleach, all these other things don't smell that bad to me. If it's like a really high concentration, by really high concentration, I mean, like 2 years ago, I tried cleaning with bleach, and then I used a chemical. I had no clue what was on it, and boy, did those mixed the mustard gas in the middle of my bedroom. That was fun. Unless something like that happens, and you can smell that it's toxic, I don't normally get that bad about it. But that's mostly because I was a science nerd growing up. I had all the science kits growing up. My parents would buy me the dissection kits. They'd buy me these things and that. And by the dissection kits, I mean like the plastic scalpel. The kits I'm talking about, the plastic scalpel and had the pins and all that, but you weren't actually dissecting anything real.
Yeah.
Those plastic scalpels, by the way, literally fucking sharp. Like, they're not as sharp as a real scalpel, but I've cut myself on those a lot, accidentally. Also, cutting yourself with
I've ever had that many run-ins with a plastic scalpel from one of those things specifically, Plum.
Really? My dad was shocked when I cut myself. He looked at it, he was like, wait, you can actually cut something with this? And I was like, yeah, I cut my fucking thumb. And he looked at him like, holy crap, that's like a knife cut. It was crazy that those things actually could cut through something. Plus, like,
weak skin.
We have weak skin. Yeah, I'll fucking show you weak skin. Piece of fucking shit. It was just crazy. Growing up, I don't know, like I said, I was a science nerd. I know my parents really supported that. So that was nice. It's just, I had a lot of science craft lying around. I think I still have a lot of it. I don't think I have the plastic scalpels anymore. I think those got thrown in the trash. Classic consumerism right there.
I just hopped on Kurtzbell. To answer your question, when we played, there were 3 classes. There's about 20 now.
Jesus Christ.
And one of those classes is Sword and Shield, and I need to unlock it immediately.
Y'all need help. Y'all need help with this Korean MMO addiction you guys have.
Dude, Kurtzbell, I did like 50 hours in like a week. And it was so much fun. So good. I was nailing out dailies and weeklies like every day. Every time there were dailies and weeklies, I'd nail them.
Alright.
I tried to get Gazorp and a bunch of other people into it. They were just not feeling it. And I was like, come on!
I need to use the restroom, so I will be back.
What? How could
You guys
do
talk
this?
to yourselves, because it's the hour mark. That's why.
Ooh.
Xander,
What?
what do these classes look like?
Sword and shield, something with a great axe. I looked at there was some crazy ones.
Let me look it up. Then
Yeah, let me look it up.
Spell classes. Well,
Jesus.
that one says there's 11, but there's 22.
I don't know how many. Yeah, no, 11 might be right. I mean, there's a lot. Well, no, there's a scroll bar now, and there's no scroll bar on that screen.
Hold up, let's see. Where the fuck is? Does Kurtzbell not have like its own website?
A wiki? No, it doesn't have a wiki. I don't think. Maybe. Let's see.
Let's see. I'm trying to find this fucking thing. Like, see like a news thing or like any like guides. Nothing.
There's a giant pillar you can use now. Is that a pillar? I think. Or is it a cannon? I don't know.
Oh, I found they might have. Well, hold up.
There's another mage with orbs. Sword and shield. I want it. Bro, are we about to get back into Kurtzbell? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I will go hard in the fucking paint. I'll paint the walls red. Oh. Dude, I was
You just
loving
made
it.
yourself so excited, dude.
What do you mean? I'm excited already. Let's go. What's podcast then? I'm ready to play Kurtzbell.
Jesus. What did I sit back down to?
Trying to find any fucking anything for this.
What?
Here, I'll launch it. I have it set up for windowed mode, so I can do it on the side.
Yeah, please don't stream it in Discord. I don't have it set
I'm
up
not gonna
for that.
How bad will it ruin the stream?
Oh, I would have to disable the Discord thingy. I guess it would be messed up so bad. So take it you guys are talking about Korean MMOs and Alex's and yours bad taste?
Yeah, I guess.
You're the best taste.
Jesus. I don't understand. Like, they're good. Like, I will admit, I had fun with all the ones we played. You know, from Closers to Maple Story 2. And they're not bad. I like them. They're just their longevity for me is just small. I feel like unless it really captures me. Like I think the most fun I had besides Maple Story 2, because that can never be beaten in my opinion, would have to be Vindictus.
I could lose my life to Kurtzbell.
But Vindictus even wasn't like the greatest.
He's so dramatic, dude. Oh my
I could lose
God.
my life to Kurtzbell. Someone quote
Anyway,
that.
there's a lance, there's a dancer, a great axe, a musket,
A musket?
glaive.
Well, there's your
Hey.
third-person shooter right there. A musket.
Yeah. Well, you can get a longbow, glaive, throwing knives, sword and shield. Looks like 2 balls. So I'm guessing like a mage type of thing. Reaper scythe, fallen light. I don't know what that is. A giant hammer and dual swords. The stat, and then the old ones were staff, punching, bow, and greatsword. So they added a gun now. So, but maybe clone can go gun and lance and be gun lance.
I would do Great Axe. What is wrong with you?
You can do great axe and what? You wield
No,
2
do
weapons.
you have to wield 2 weapons?
Yeah, you wield 1 ranged weapon and 1 melee weapon.
Probably Great Axe and musket or throwing knives. I don't fucking know. I truly do not know. I mean, what do you think I am? Someone who knows what I would play?
Literally just fucking added a new weapon.
And it's still in early access? How long? It came out in 2019, did it not? That's what the Steam page says.
So that's when I played it.
Same.
So it's only been 3 years, so it's not that long in early access development. It's nowhere near. It's nowhere near DayZ. Speaking of, does Xander own DayZ? I don't think he does. Not that I want to play it ever again. But that might be an interesting game to play.
No, I don't know DC.
Yeah. DayZ was a fun game for all 2. Like I think I put like 40 hours into it at most. Most of it was in the beta, not during its 1.0. So it was just funny as fuck to see the bugs. Kurtzbell. I can't.
What, you don't want to play Kurtzbell?
I don't even know what it's about. Give me a synopsis.
Kurtz and Pell, dude.
It's
So
what?
I said it's Kurtz and Pell, dude.
Its core is 2v2 PvP. It also has PvE that goes up to 4 players.
So it's mostly a PvP game. Then why the fuck would I play it?
Because you get to play it with me.
That's
Yeah,
true.
there's 4v4 PvP.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah, so we can all play together.
Gee.
And yeah, oh, this is perfect. We can lose our lives to this.
This just sounds like New World. Is what this sounds
Let's
like.
go. Let's go. This is our anime game. It's got PvP. It's right up my alley. It's anime. It's right up both your alleys.
Yeah, what about
This
Sea of
is
Thieves? That's
ultimate.
anime.
It's not
No,
this
that's
though.
like a 6-hour commitment.
And this
Yeah, we can
isn't?
hop on play. No, you can hop on play this for 10 minutes. Or
It's
you
an
can hop on
MMO.
this play for 10.
What are you talking about, dude?
It's more like Maple Story. You can hop on, do a dungeon, and get off. You know what I mean?
MMO,
Interesting.
shmMMO.
Ah,
Whoa!
what just happened here? Whoa! What'd you do there? Oh
I
God!
What?
What the fuck, Xander? Completely
left-clicked.
derailed.
Derailed.
You
I left clicked
And
on
you
the camera button when I was moving my mouse.
Turn on OBS virtual camera. What the fuck?
That's what happens when I click camera.
Oh dear. Imagine
Oh,
having a
man.
webcam set up.
Mine's not plugged in.
Mine's plugged in at all times because, you know, big time streamer over here with 0 viewers.
You want people spying on you, dude? What's wrong with you?
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. After the stream, we should do it. Oh yeah.
Jesus.
We should try some Kurtzville. I'm gonna be trashed.
God,
We're gonna get
you
trashed on.
said Spying on clone with that. Oh, yeah, this stream does And you fucking confused me for a second there.
Sorry. Oh god, that's good. Let's buy a clone. What could go wrong?
Core.
Oh
Jesus.
my god. Speaking of things that make me laugh to my core, Super Bunny Man made an announcement the other day saying that they're still alive. So that's good. Eventually that will be new levels sometime.
My abs can't take that game.
It's so good. It's such a good ab workout.
No, fuck, that game hurts the next day.
It's so good. Like my legs are going to hurt tomorrow.
I feel our 3 hours of playing Super Bunny Man for like 24 at least.
But it's so good. It's funny as fuck.
We were in that cave fucking zone for months.
Yeah, well, mostly because you didn't want to play it because it hurt your abs.
It did. I had to build up my ab muscles for that.
Oh my god. Speaking of abs, considering I think this will be regretfully, unless we want to pre-record one, and I'll just stream it one of these days before Christmas. But, and by before Christmas, I mean after New Year's.
How is this segueing from
Well,
speaking of abs?
What I was going to say is, because this is going to be the last podcast probably of the year, we might do one, I don't think we're going to do one on the 2nd, so it might be the week after the 2nd. But what I'm saying,
we'll
what I'm
just switch the
segueing
rotation.
into is New Year's resolution. Revolutions? Yeah, revolutions. New Year's revolutions. New Year's resolutions. You know, that segues into abs because, you know, most people think, oh, I'm going to get a 6-pack this year and shit like that. Y'all got any?
The jumps you've made to get there.
What jumps? That's
You might as
that's
well
not
have an
a-
Olympic gold in the long jump,
How
bro.
is that a jump? That's literally, that's like getting
I
a
don't even
promotion
see
without
the
a...
connection point.
That's like getting a lateral...
Parent lost child.
It's like getting a lateral promotion without a raise, and it just changes you to a different ladder so you can increase, you know, movement up the scales. Of a job. I don't understand how this is a jump.
Xander, your parent lost child reminded me of those fucking shitty programmer jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
The
so good.
like child was in parent disappeared.
You know the guy looking at Google like, oh, he's a programmer. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So New Year's resolutions was your 1.5-mile jump.
It wasn't that big of a jump. I don't
Let's see
understand.
here.
Y'all
All right,
motherfuckers
if I
went from
drive
One
down the
Piece
street
to
to
fucking
make it to
Kurt
this.
spell. Y'all motherfuckers went from
That's
One Piece
still in
to Kurt
anime.
spell.
They're so close to each other.
Oh
It's
my
still
god.
an anime. Abs and New Year's?
Resolutions.
Uh,
Y'all motherfuckers
What's your
need
New Year's
help.
resolution? What do you got?
That's like okay, Chloe, New Year's resolution.
abs?
How
That's your
many
New Year's resolution?
motherfuckers- How many motherfuckers on this planet have New Year's resolutions, clone? And then you could literally tie any of those because somebody has wished it
Yeah.
to whatever bullshit topic. You could be like, oh yeah, you know.
What is he gonna say? What is he gonna say? Come on, what are you gonna say? Ugh. What do you got?
I can't even anymore.
What's your New Year's resolution, Clown?
What's mine? I don't really have. I
Yeah.
don't really keep to them, and by keep to them, I just don't like doing them
Oh,
because
hold on.
it's.
I gotta be right back. Important. Be right back.
He's dying.
I guess. Okay. Well, we'll just transition off of New Year's resolution because apparently it's a topic you guys absolutely adore.
We can just tie it back in with anything later.
Oh my god. So what we were talking about before abs?
I don't even remember.
I don't know either because you derailed me so much. I don't understand why you had this big of an issue. I don't understand.
You lost me like halfway through it, bro.
I think we're talking about curse spell. I mean, Korean MMOs. I don't understand. What is your fascination with them?
I just like them. I think I'm fucking Lisa Simpson. I just think they're neat.
It's definitely
All right, I'm back.
Marge Simpson.
I got my roommate's New Year's resolution.
It's not Marge Simpson.
Isn't it Marge Simpson? I just think they're neat. That's Marge Simpson who says that.
I think they're both actually. I think I've seen the meme in both formats. Hold up.
I've only seen it in Marge Simpson.
You want to guess what my roommate's New Year's resolution is?
Don't get thrown to jail.
Exactly. To not.
No,
get
it
arrested
is
again.
Marge.
Yeah, I fucking told you. Don't tell me about. I know me. Hello, fellow kids. I know memes.
I'm so used to the Lisa meme popping up way more than that one. I think that's why.
The one with the presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Really, that's his New Year's resolution, Sander?
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive. That would be a good one for him.
What?
To not get thrown in jail.
Yeah, that would.
I think he'll do fine.
He'll be fine. Just don't let him leave the house.
I don't know. At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if we moved out of my town by the end of this year. Or the end
Interesting.
of next year.
I mean, hey, the market to sell is coming up again, I think, for houses.
I mean, Xander, they could sell their house for like a whole 10 grand, dude.
We bought it for 10 grand.
If I hadn't seen the inside of his home, I would assume he's talking about a fucking mobile home at this point.
No.
But
2-bedroom.
I know, I can't fucking believe how much square foot you get for that your area's price. It's nuts.
We have a porch. We have a gate.
It's crazy. The housing markets where he lives is nuts.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know. But back to the topic. Sorry, continue. I was going to transition back to abs, and therefore New Year's resolution.
What's yours? Yours is to get abs?
Well, that would be a very nice dream. No, mine is just to lose 10 pounds. And if I say that, and then I'll hit 10 pounds and say, let's lose 20. That, you know, the classic. You guys don't know because you got... Well, Alex might, but it's the classic one last rep when doing anything in the gym.
Losing 10 pounds is super easy. That's not even...
It's not super easy.
That's not a real resolution. That's not real.
It's not that easy. For me, it's not that fucking easy, Xander. I could go and do what you do and run around a fucking basketball court and puke to lose 10 pounds. Or I could actually do it healthy.
I lost 15 pounds, or this like 15, 16, 17 pounds, and made weight, made size, and made everything. And I failed everything 30 days before. Like,
if I want to be unhealthy about it, yeah, I could as well. But what I'm trying to say, I'm trying to make a lifestyle choice where...
I drank Pepsi every goddamn day. What do you mean unhealthy?
What I mean by puking on the side of a basketball court to lose weight is not a healthy way to lose weight.
That's fine. So I got one fucking hoop anyway.
What you do is you make lifestyle choices. Like for me, I just need to eat less and exercise a little more. And by exercise, I mean go on more walks like I used to. I need to get back to 11,000 steps a day or something like that.
You want to know another huge key that's gonna like suck to hear?
What? Genetics?
Stop drinking and eating smoothies and slushies.
I don't do that.
Smoothies and slushies are just like...
If you make your own, though, they're pretty good.
I was watching Joe Rogan.
Oh, God.
Joey Diaz was talking about it, and it actually blew Joe Rogan's mind, and he actually went and researched it, and it's true. If you eat a banana, it's like 0 calories, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. But if you drink a banana smoothie or whatever, it's like a lot. And it's just like, or if you just grind them up in a blender and then just drink bananas like that, it's just super calories because the way your body processes like solid liquids versus, you know, whole foods.
Well, it has to do with surface area and the way that your body absorbs things.
Yeah. I don't know fitness. I've never once tracked what goes into my
It's
body.
really, really good for nutrients, though. You get a lot more of the nutrients of the banana, which include the calories. That's why people make smoothies. But no,
I've been losing weight. I know I'm losing weight because my ring's starting to not fit anymore.
Well, that's bad because you don't have really weight to lose.
I mean,
I don't
like
think.
The golden weight, I would love to be down to 120. Like
What is wrong with aren't you? No, you're small. That's right. I forgot you're short.
Yeah, I'm only like 5'10", 5'8".
5'8". I don't know what ideal weight for short people are. I think ideal weight for me is like 200.
I mean, the ideal weight for me would be 150.
There you go.
Like 150, I would look solid and be solid, but
because again,
I would rather be slender and tiny.
I'm of the mindset that human beings, and this is medically true, need fat. We just need fat. So I hate seeing the bodybuilders with like 0% fat because it's just not healthy for them. Of course, if they're living life and enjoying themselves, by all means, whatever, I don't care. But that's one thing that it's taken me a long time to get at. It's just, you know, if you're fat like me, you know, I think I've said it public already. I'm like 270 pounds. And I have a lot of that's fucking muscle because I've decided to bulk up, but I haven't bothered to try to lose weight, which losing weight is calorie burning, like walking, jogging, cardio, which is why I like to get into boxing more, to be honest with you.
Do it.
It just costs money to be at a gym.
My grandpa was a boxer, and he was a really good guy, really cool guy. But the only thing that like really causes a problem with boxing is it inbreds into your instincts. And I mean, he doesn't matter what he's doing. Like, he'd be watching television, and his hands would like slowly turn into fists. Like, it's so natural because he did boxing for like 30 years or whatever. So, I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
it gets into you, and I mean, I'm sure that also has tons of problems on the body.
oh yeah, I mean, I don't think I would actually box versus somebody else. It's just like punching a punching bag or punching the hand trainer guy thingy, you know? The trainer that has the stupid hand pads and tells you left and right.
If I had a solid gym near me, I would absolutely go to the gym, work out, and I'd box people for fun.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. For me, I think it'd be a good way of treating people. I just don't think the gym that's opening up near me has boxing. And I read online that they're not going to have a lot of equipment for me. It's going to be mostly treadmills. And again, that cardio, which I'm of the mindset, cardio, you can just get walking around.
Honestly, I don't even want to work out. I can just use an ass whooping.
The quote, Spike, I love a woman who can kick my ass. That's the end goal here. But I don't know. For me, boxing is just one of those things where it's a good cardio workout, but it also trains your muscles a little bit more, especially your upper body, which is primarily what I've been working on. Which now I need. Now that, to be honest with you, my upper body is really well. I want to say sculpted because it's not sculpted, but it's a lot better than it used to be. Like, because I started working out. God, 3 years ago. 2 years ago within the pandemic. Yeah, it must be 3 years ago, and I've been doing that solidly for 2 years, on and off. I know the first year I got it, I didn't do very well with it, but since the pandemic started, I got really into it. And so
Across the last 2 years, I'm sure no matter whatever weight you've dropped or gained or whatever, I'm sure you've absolutely traded out a lot of it for muscle.
Oh no, I don't believe my scale at all. My scale tells me I'm 23% fat at my weight, which ideally kind of works out because that means because it says I'm 200 pounds of muscle and 70 pounds of fat. Which would make sense. I just need to really work on my legs again, because my legs used to be sculpted to a fucking peak. Because I used to walk 20,000 steps a day.
20% is pretty, like, fucking good.
Yeah, but I look morbidly obese. I heard that snicker. It's not really morbidly.
I believe that is how rough you're going to go into that.
And you really tacked on the morbidly there.
I mean, you look at the BMI, I'm in big red.
I've seen your fucking.
You haven't seen me without a shirt on. I could take a photo and send it to you without a shirt on.
Hello, nipple pics?
Nipple pics?
Nipple pics?
I don't like my nipples. They look weird.
Segue.
But that's my New Year's resolution. End all be all is I want to lose 10 pounds, and then when I say 10 pounds, I really mean ideally I'd like to lose 40, but I think that's a little ambitious personally, because like you said, I've put on a lot of muscle weight and lost a lot of fat weight, which was my original goal for these 2 years, because I realized I don't care that I'm fat, and I still don't care that I'm fat, but I know going into my 30s, which I'm not anywhere near, still 6 years out, I would rather not have more issues that I have now in terms of knees.
I hate you with a passion. God. I'm a year and 3 months out. Fuck. I'm so close to 30. Kill me.
I always forget that you're younger than me, Clone.
Right?
God,
By a year,
so
right?
old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That bourbon was good. I like that bourbon.
I'm
Might get
almost
more.
30 and I am a hardcore gamer and I haven't dropped 1 minute of it.
Nope. Some would kill to be like you, but I digress. What's your New Year's resolution, Alex? I'm sure you don't have one. I believe.
See, you can segue anything back to it.
Terrible.
Alex, you know, with my skills and my charisma, I might have you add. I could segue to anything at any moment. Some could say I might have ADHD. Some others say I don't.
I don't really do those.
I know you don't.
I don't know, to save more money.
Oh, yeah. I wish I could save money.
What do you mean save more money? That's easy for you.
I
The
know.
fuck are you talking about? Save more money. Just stop spending it. This fucking guy.
He's got you there, Alex. He does have you there.
This fucking guy is basically could be rich tomorrow if he just stopped spending. If you ate like I did, you could be rich in 2 months. In 2 months, you could buy a new house.
Yeah, but I like food.
Yeah, hey, man, that's why I'm fat. I like
If
food.
you just cut out the anime shit that you buy, the stickers, the cups, the fucking t-shirts.
True, I did spend
I just
$100
got
on
that
gamer
much money.
subs, which in the
All
grand
this
scheme of
stuff.
things isn't that much.
You cut all this out, cut all of it out, you would be rich in a month. You could move here and retire.
I probably can already do that.
Fuck you, probably could.
I'm surprised there's even a Pizza Hut that's open in your city with how expensive that must be for you guys.
It's the minimum charge for delivery is $10. So
10.
You get
Over here, it's 25.
minimum,
I think
yeah,
it's like
minimum for
15, but
minimum for delivery is 10, so you can order a pizzone and 2 liters, and it comes out to like $12, and you can make them deliver it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there are some locations that they deliver to where that would cost more in gas.
Fucking forgot Pizza Hut made a calzone.
You forgot? They're okay.
Yeah.
I think it's the only time I've had a calzone from a...
I forget they're called calzones because I know them as puzzones.
What?
I'm serious. My mom said calzone to me like a year ago, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" She's like, "What do you mean? You don't know what a calzone is?" Like, no. She's like, "A folded pizza." I was like, "A pizzone?" She's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Jesus.
Some of the stupidest
That's
shit.
some of the stupid shit I've heard.
Xander.
That's like saying
where else
chicken
do you-
nuggets are not called chicken nuggets. They're called McNuggets.
I mean, I've never had a calzone or seen. No one's ever made a calzone. Okay.
Oh my god.
I've never been at someone's house for dinner and like, oh, we're having calzones tonight. What the fuck are you talking
You telling me
about?
you've never eaten a small $5 pizza and folded it over to make a calzone out of it? Wow. That's a shame.
I definitely have bought whole pizzas and folded them in on themselves. Yeah, but
Yeah, that's a calzone.
I didn't know that. Would ask me, I would have said that's a pizzone. It's a
God damn it.
pizzone.
Oh my god.
I never heard calzone until recently. It was like a year or two ago.
I cannot believe this.
I can't believe you got fucking brainwashed by
Pizza Hut. Big
big pizza.
Big pizza. Big pizza making it hard.
Big Pizza really brainwashing the rural
Speaking of which, good
communities.
segue here. On Netflix, there's a documentary called Pepsi, Where's My Jet?
Oh, right.
Phenomenal. You should check it out. Big Pepsi's killing it.
God.
They actually-
Meanwhile, you still support them.
Oh, absolutely.
Without a heartbeat.
100%. You know what I learned after watching that documentary? Why the fuck don't I have a tattoo on my body of Pepsi getting paid monthly for it? That's what I learned.
Monthly. True. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do for sponsorships. And get paid monthly for it.
I would tack a giant Pepsi logo on the front of my chest or on the back. I don't even care.
little
I would
tramp stamp.
tack a giant one on there solely for the money a month.
I wonder if they do that still. Probably not, but that'd be interesting.
Monster still pays there's a skater that Monster pays, and he has a giant he had a fake giant monster tattoo on his back, and no one knew it was fake for a long time, and he just he
Oh,
ran
there
a
you
fake
go.
tattoo for years.
Hey, that's the way to do it. Why get permanent when you can get fake? You know?
I mean, I had to keep reapplying it, but I mean, something to take up your whole back, yeah, I'd keep reapplying too.
Yeah. This is gonna sound weird. I still really want a giant back tattoo. I think, regretfully, playing Yakuza too many times makes me look at those and be like, man, that's a fucking work of art. Then I remember, one, how long, how painful, and how expensive that would be. Two, to keep reapplying it, because those things do fade. That would fucking suck constantly. That's one of the reasons why I haven't gotten a giant tattoo.
I'd love to get that back tattoo.
Jesus Christ.
That would be amazing. My greatest devotion to Archer is my entire back.
Entire back. Just legally change your name to Archer.
But
Barely.
instead, on his back, he's gonna actually get that character, that exact image.
That exact
Yeah.
Funny enough, my mom wants to get
my name changed and her name changed, my last name.
Mm.
Oh.
So that's an interesting endeavor we might go down. And if I do go down that, I might just have my whole name changed. That would be interesting.
I think it's the same price, so
So I could just go Sterling Archer Musgrave.
there you go. I know my mom went to change her last name back to her original after my parents divorced, but she still has never done it.
What about you? Would you change your last name to her original?
Fuck no.
No.
No, I mean, the difference is, one, I know the
The history.
history. Thank you. I immediately defaulted the backstory. And I knew that wasn't right. I was gonna keep that in the hush. And I was like, I gotta say it.
What's the backstory for
Backstory.
things in real life? History.
Of my father's last name, and it has some, it has some good roots in it, and I like the roots. And the biggest thing about it is that side of the family cares more about those ancestors and that history. Meanwhile, my mom's side of the family just doesn't care at all, to my
What is
knowledge.
your mom's ancestry?
I think it's
Have you ever delved into it?
slightly. It's a lot less solid. Like, my dad gave me some good leads, so I looked into it a lot more. My mom
wanna
hasn't
talk
given me too many.
You want to talk about the worst history ever? Is my history. I'm Blackfoot Indian. I
Yeah.
can't find shit out.
Fucking, just go to your local tribe, easy money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Blackfoot Indian is not northeast. I'll tell you that. They're
No.
southeast.
No, I think it's mostly, I think her last name is, or her ancestry is mostly, I want to say it's French-Polish. I think.
My roommate's Polish.
When I say Polish, I mean a lot less Polish than French.
Oh well, he's extremely proud of his Polish heritage.
I mean, that's
I call him the P word all the time just to piss him off.
fair enough. I know I really like my heritage because it's Irish-Scottish, and my full legal name is Irish. But it's an interesting ancestry. I won't get too much into it right now. But you guys have both heard my spiel, I believe. So it's fascinating. I didn't learn that much about it until recently, and it's one of the few things I actually wish I knew more of and could talk to someone who knew more about it.
I mean, I'm sure you could go. There's people that find out your ancestry and stuff. If you
I'm not
really
giving my
wanna
DNA.
invest. You don't want to give someone your DNA?
No, that's the one thing the government doesn't have on me. Fuck you. What about you, Alex? You like your heritage? That's the word I was looking for. Heritage.
I don't know much about my backstory, honestly.
Oh my god.
What is your
Kill me.
backstory? Is it Irish, Polish, Indian?
English, and it's like on my mom's side, I think I'm like maybe like 5% Native American, but then it's just like English really at that point.
Ah,
Yeah. That's why when I was a kid, my teeth were so fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Imagine you got braces though, didn't you?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, and they fixed your teeth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine didn't.
Did they just give up?
No,
No,
the first
it's
orthodontist I
unfixable.
went to, I don't know if I said this on stream before or not, fucked him up. Like, legitimately, he thought, those stupid rubber bands?
Yeah.
He thought that could fix everything. And so I had that for about a year, and all it did was mess my teeth up more. So we went to a different orthodontist, and we told the orthodontist that, and he just stopped, and he's like, I don't normally condemn other doctors, but that's fucking stupid. Like, that's not how that works. And so he was like, I don't normally take on patients, because he was part of a school, so they're not really supposed to take on patients from other doctors. Like, so I'll take you on personally. I'll charge you literally a quarter of the price the other guy did, and fix him up. And he pretty much said, regretfully, you're gonna have to get 2 more teeth pulled to make it really work
Yikes.
well. So I did that, and he's like, and the next thing is we're gonna do this, and eventually we'll change things up. And he made it as good as they can be.
Yeah.
So, still not perfect, but his main concern was lining up the molars in the back rather than the front. So it's still kind of a crooked smile. It's not like an overbite or an underbite anymore. It's more of like a Venn diagram in the front.
Gotcha.
But the molars are lined up perfectly. Of course, the first guy fucked up my jaw so bad that it pops every time I
You ever see like
move it.
a bunch of mountains, and there's only like really 9 of them, and they're like
Okay.
spread out unevenly.
Quick question. Continue.
That's my teeth.
That's your teeth. Jesus Christ. speaking of mountains, so my brother's moving over to your area pretty quickly, you know?
Oh, yes.
So back
Please,
east, as we're
to
going
the
to call it. So when he visited his boyfriend over there, they took him to a mountain, which was a glorified hill. Is that all you guys fucking have over there, and you guys call them mountains?
Probably.
Well, see, here's the difference. They don't. They look like just hills and stuff. Check an altitude. Altitude's fucking high.
Yeah, but they're not
And-
steep. They're not a fucking mountain. They're a goddamn
No.
rolling hill.
Yeah, no, it's rolling hills all the way up and rolling hills all the way down.
I fucking was so pissed, and the excuse they gave him was they're I think they said the Appalachians, and so they're old, and so they're flattened. I'm like, that doesn't make it. It's a hill now. We can change geography any day we want. It's a fucking hill. It's not a mountain anymore.
Yeah, no, it's just we used to call them mountains because like you look and you're like, wow, that's high up there. And then you get there and it's just like, I don't feel like I'm very high up. It's like, well, because it's fucking hills all around you. Like,
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm sorry. When I heard that, I'm like, do you guys not have like big mountains over there?
Notice how the part of that story though is, he met his boyfriend and he took him to a mountain. That's all there is to do here. There's nothing else. I'm telling you, this is hell.
I mean, you see, you're talking to someone.
If you have a Starbucks
You're-
within 20 miles of
you're
your
talking to
house, you're
someone
living
where
in God's green
I
plants.
don't use those modern day necessities. Well, I say necessities, but you know, a fucking $20 caramel macchiato, whatever the fuck, is it a necessity? It's more of I don't use just modern day luxuries. I would be fine in your area as long as I have good internet, access to delivery, and a good grocery store, which you guys don't fucking have.
We have Walmart. Well,
Go
it's a
fuck
small
yourself.
Walmart. But yeah, if it's not at Walmart, we don't have it.
So
Walmart supplies the in-town grocery store, the Dollar Tree, Dollar General.
I mean, that's the thing. It's just it's weird.
That's it. That's all there is to do here. And then there's a mall that is dead. I mean dead. It's basically a fountain in a movie theater.
A fountain in a movie theater.
I think Claire's is still open.
Claire, I think my Claire's closed. What the fuck?
It's the only place to get jewelry.
That's depressing. Granted, Claire's jewelry isn't bad. It was still the cheapest place to get ears pierced. Where I was, I believe.
If you get your ears pierced at Claire's, you'd be sitting out in the middle of the hall. Like out in the middle of the like, I'm serious. I'm serious.
This is gonna sound bad. They had an entire back room they would take children into for this. Funny as shit.
It sounds so horrible out of context. Even in context slightly, sounds really horrible.
I never went back there.
Your Claire's might want to be investigated.
I accompanied. Oh, like I said, they're shut down now, I believe.
It was because of the child.
My Claire's didn't have that.
trafficking ring that they were running in their back room.
What are they gonna do? Pierce your ears
I
in the
don't
middle
think
of the
those
store?
kids were ever seen again.
No, they were. I waited outside of it. I accompanied many.
He was one of
This,
them.
sorry,
No,
no, you
I didn't get
waited
my
for the
ears pierced.
kids? This is
Yeah.
going way off kilter.
Yeah, I mean, it took like 2 seconds, but I'd wait for the kids because I'm not going.
I don't know why you're waiting for kids to begin with.
No. When I was their age, you little shit, like in middle school.
Oh, you got your ears pierced?
No, but I knew a lot of people who did. They're like, well, I'm afraid to do it themselves or myself. I'm like, well, just fucking go. And like, well, I want you to come with me. Me, oh my god, I don't want to go anywhere near that fucking mall. I want to stay home and play Halo. So then I would take them to the mall, and by take them, I mean walk there with them.
You walk to your mom?
We could drive at like the age of 12.
What?
Why the fuck would we? What? What do you mean?
You
Yeah,
live that close to your mall?
Yeah,
It's
my
like
mall's,
10 miles away.
yeah, my mall's
Maybe
like
5.
32
That's
miles
more than
away.
5.
There's no walking.
I don't know. How far away is my mall? I don't fucking know. Let me look it up. Yeah, we'd walk there. You have to remember, as a kid, I walked everywhere. That's why I wasn't. Well,
It
I
would
was.
take me as a kid probably 3 hours to walk from my childhood home.
Oh, it would take me. I don't know. Let's find out. What does Google estimate today? Google,
I
don't
can
be
actually
slow.
Do that too. Maps.
Maps.
From me to the mall, Google estimates 2 hours.
Oh my
and
God,
eight-
really?
40 minutes, sorry.
You're kidding.
Why does it have
No,
80?
don't. Yeah, it took me
No,
about
that's
an
wrong.
hour
This
to walk
is wrong.
there.
This is wrong.
It took me about an hour to walk there, which is pretty wrong. It would probably take me 2 hours to walk there as a kid. Apparently, it's only 3 miles away. I thought it was longer than that. I guess I was
If
right.
I wanted to walk to my mall it would take 2.5 hours.
Jesus, how many miles?
About 7.5-ish.
I don't know. I think Google estimates how quick people can walk, so it'd probably be longer. Mine says it would take an hour, but I don't believe
Mine
that.
says it would take about 2.5, but that seems you're sprinting.
Yeah, mine says an hour for 3 miles, which is pretty accurate for my pace, but for, I think, child me pace, probably not. It'd probably take an hour and a half, maybe
Child
2.
me to the mall? 2 days?
2 days? What are you, Oregon trailing it?
Yeah, you don't understand. You don't understand the distance between things here.
No, I mean, I truly don't. Because I live, like I said, in the suburbs, so things are spread out for me enough where I wish I could live in a place where it's not downtown, but there's enough nearby you could walk to everything.
Oh, that'd be great. That
would be ideal. Because I don't want to work. I hate downtown. Fucking hate it.
I want to live in New York City because everything's within.
Oh, disgusting! I do not want to live in New York City.
There's trains. I can take a train. I can go anywhere. I can go.
The subway
anywhere in New York City.
sucks.
Oh, I hate where I live.
True. Yeah. No offense. Your place is pretty shit.
Oh, it's the worst.
But I'm so excited because as a kid, I had a grocery store within walking distance. It was literally up my hill, down the hill, and across the street. It was a busy ass street, but across the street. And so we're finally getting another grocery store there. It's a fucking new season, so it's gonna be expensive as shit. But at least I can get snacks reliably within walking distance. And good beer, because new season's great beer. Fucking fantastic beer.
There's a bar down the street from me. There's a bar every 150 feet. There's a bar.
And people say the fucking West is wild. What the fuck?
Are you talking about people's houses, Andrew?
No,
You're talking about people's houses?
There's the Shamrock, which you probably fit about 40 people in.
Weirdly, I have a Shamrock bar near me. What the fuck?
The Office, you could fit about 40 people in. There's 8th Street, you could fit about 40 people in. There's the Nickel, you can fit about 40 people in. I mean, there's just a shitload of tiny bars.
Impressive.
And so if you don't drink, there's nothing to do here.
I feel like that's most of the world, though, right? If you don't drink, there's not a lot to do.
No. Put me in New York City. Guess what? There's stuff to do.
Yeah, you're the type of person that would go clubbing, though.
I would go clubbing. I would go to a Starbucks and hang out and play games.
You would be a hipster. I hate it.
There's so many things I would do in my life if I wasn't restricted to nothing.
Just move.
I'm sorry?
This motherfucker's gonna make rent in New York City.
Anywhere else? Where I live?
Oh my god.
I could probably live in New York City for about a half a week.
If they sell the house.
If they sell the house.
I could probably make that down. I could fake the down payment.
Jesus Christ. No, I don't know. Housing markets. I mean, it's better now than it was 2 months ago, but it's still pretty shit. It's still way too expensive to own a house or to rent. That's the word I'm looking for. Any of that. It's just way too bad. If you ask me, at least. In most places, it's just terrible. Like I said, if you go to BFE like Xander over here, it's not too bad. Like, you can make some you can get a good-sized house for pretty decent money, but
$278 a month for gas, internet, electricity, cable, everything.
And you said it was an HOA, though. So, I mean, we have those over here, but let me tell you, it ain't 200 and something bucks a month. Like, at least where I live, it's a lot of money. Being a HOA, let alone, like, over here, because we don't have sales tax, property taxes to the roof, also because local governments, but, so it's not terrible. I recently found out that apparently Texas is fucking property tax through the goddamn roof.
Oh yeah, no, I think, wasn't it you, Gazorp, who showed me a map? People just, lines from everywhere just to Texas. Yeah. Everybody's moving to Texas.
And the property tax there is fucking expensive. The land's cheap, but oh my god. Yearly, it's like fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, I watch a lot of podcasts and I watch a lot of things about Texas, and as much as we make fun of it, it is kind of a grand old place to live currently, technology-wise, and stuff to do. There's a lot of stuff to do in Texas.
There is, yeah. That is true.
Yeah, there's a lot of power outages.
best not like playing video games with those power outages.
Oh,
True,
better get
true.
used to playing offline things.
That's fine. You got Red Dead.
You got Nier Automata,
You got Cyberpunk.
Offline things with no power.
Witcher 3.
I was gonna say,
Get a generator, dog. It's Texas. Come on.
true. Just burn diesel. Burn, baby, burn.
If you ain't burning gas, what are you doing? What are we trying to appeal to clone and use solar panels?
Solar panels aren't that great.
Yeah,
What
but
do
they
you
are getting
mean?
cheap as fuck.
They're getting cheap as fuck. And what do I mean? So solar panels are great, except for the fact, like, especially here where
It's
it
gotta be
rains.
better for the atmosphere, right?
I mean, better for
Than
the
you burning
atmosphere,
diesel?
but it is better. It's just a different kind of bad because the materials going into solar panels are toxic as get out. Like when they get rained on and stuff like that, like that's a serious problem over here. They leach a lot of the chemicals from the solar panel and put it into the ground. So it's better for the air, yes, but it's worse for the soil and the planet. Well, not really, actually. It's like anything, right? It's the same thing with electric vehicles, where it's a nice sidestep, but it isn't the solution, because to get an electric vehicle up and running, you need a lot of battery banks.
All right, environmentalists, how do we fix this?
How do you fix this? I still believe that the best
What's the
fuel
best way to not
source,
harm the earth?
the best fuel source we can use is hydrogen. Because if we ever get the technology to be able to harness it from the sun, we'll have an abundance of it. The chemical combustion rate of hydrogen is, drum roll please, oxygen and H2O. So that's the thing, because when you combust hydrogen, it turns to water. For the most part, it's not the cleanest burn, so there's still issues, but that's a burn. The best ever though would be what we recently. This is actually pretty huge. Now that I think about news, is fusion, nuclear fusion, because that's the act of putting in energy but getting more energy than you put in. And so the issue with that is it's hard as fuck to contain, harder to produce, and it's very unstable. And so we're not anywhere near, huh?
Not commercially ready.
No, not at all. I know the U.S. government just managed to make a little bit of it for a very small amount of time. But for once, they produced more energy than they put in, which is fucking huge. But I digress. Regretfully, there's no real good way to make energy that's super, super clean with our current technology. Because like I said, batteries pollute, because we live in America, pollute third world countries. The mining operations are toxic. Same thing with like, mountaintop mining in America. It's terrible for the towns that are nearby. Fracking, same with that. It's just alternatives to fossil fuels, because fossil fuels are so bad, but everything else is not equally bad, but it's still bad. We're going to run into the same issue, not the same issue, but a different issue with the same type of scale and end date. And so it's hard to tell. It's hard to state what is the best alternative. I believe it's hydrogen, because the way the chemical reaction works. But at the same time, hydrogen's very finicky, for one, and two, we don't have much technology on it, because you'd have to make a hydrogen fuel cell, you'd have to this and that.
You know BioShock and how it's like steampunk?
Yeah.
And how everything runs off steam? How bad is that for the environment?
Well, the problem with
Everything
steam,
in the universe, everything in our planet was steam ran.
the problem with
steampunk.
steam is how do you produce that steam? The only way that well, yes, but how do you heat the water? You need energy to go in. And the same thing with like electric vehicles is you can make, let's say you ideally made a battery that isn't super bad for the environment. If you still got power from your outlets where you plug it in from a coal-fired plant, you're still polluting the environment because it's a coal-fired fucking plant. Steam, to my knowledge, the way that typically people would get it, at least in the past, is by burning coal. So I don't know how steam. I haven't looked into how steampunk gets their steam. But that's where, like, again, something magical such as fusion, or again, hydrogen, I don't think would be the best thing, because I'd have to look at the formula for combusting hydrogen. But I believe it's just hydrogen plus oxygen, O2, equals H2O. And the problem is that initial energy, because it's going to take a lot of energy to get that reaction. So how do you get that energy? And that's how a fuel cell works, and blah, 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 blah. What are the combustion engines? How what's the gas going to look like? What's the piston? What's the metal going to have to look into? There's certain things that right now we have fossil fuel burning down to a really good science.
Oh, over here in Pennsylvania, we have multiple mines just burning coal away.
I mean, that's a different issue, right? I mean, if we could stop all that, which, again, it all comes down into, regretfully, how much money does it take to get a cost? It's the cost-benefit analysis. how much money to put into what is the chances that we actually get something that's better
Like
out of
buying
it.
water in Fiji versus desalting the water.
Yeah, exactly. Desalinization. I mean, Texas, I think, is starting to do that, or not Texas, California really needs to do that because of their droughts. I mean, if you can tell, I'm now rambling because I can talk really, really, really fast about these topics. And I know I'm boring
it
people.
costs too much money, right? Versus just getting Fiji water.
It all depends. Yes, it does, and that's the problem. Is if we properly, I hate going on environmental rants because I know not a lot of people like them, but
Bro,
that's
we went
where-
on a half an hour rant of spoilers about One Piece. I'm pretty sure we have gone so far into rants, we're fine.
fine. But like the biggest reason why it costs so much is because we don't internalize externalities for companies. For like California, they can import water, but they don't because it's cheaper. But if we would say put a higher tax into shipping it over using that oil, using that potential cost of, a bunch of issues like that where, okay, what happens to the communities that we just stole the water from? Do those people now have little water? Or do they have this and that? Like, for a great example, I don't know how Japan's doing now, but when I was in school, Japan, their forests are pristine because they didn't fucking cut them down. And then people question, how the fuck do they have so much wood? Because they take it from elsewhere. They buy wood. They import wood. So these other countries that are exporting wood to mass degrees where their forests are now cut down like the rainforest, they don't have any. That's the bad part for the environment is they don't have a forest anymore. That disturbs the ecosystem where Japan looks green as fuck because all the forests are intact. But that's because they externalize that process. Same thing with like America with its oil. Even though I know some of it's made in house and some of it's made outhouse. They import it.
National memo to all companies that cut down wood or any lumber companies, anyone who is seeking wood, come to Pennsylvania. We have enough wood for.
Well, it's about doing
plants.
It's about doing sustainability. Like again, in Oregon where I live, we have it, and a lot of places now in America, because there's so much land, like you said, for wood. Is they do, they have plots, and scientists then go back and say, okay, you can cut down this plot because it's not gonna have a landslide if you clear cut. Don't clear cut, by the way, because it's really bad for the slope and all that. So they don't clear cut it anymore. They rotate plots and they plant trees which aren't native to the area, but they grow faster so you can get wood faster, which is a smart way to do it.
To clear cut every tree within a mile of my location.
A lot of money because it's like, I don't know how it is over there, but over here it's like $20 per tree in a residential area.
That's probably millions of dollars.
Because I live in a quote-unquote historic district, so it's a pain in the ass to cut down a
I
tree.
could walk outside and see 100 trees from my front vision. I don't even. As I look behind my house, thousands.
So I mean that's kind of the issue with a lot of issues. A lot of the environmental news is it's a hard thing to talk about because there's so many issues, or rather so many small details that people don't think about, because I talk about internalizing externalities because that's a topic a lot of people talk about in terms of environmental justice, which is kind of like the civil rights movement in some ways, but it's providing justices for the lower class or poorer communities, or rather the minorities in a lot of these places that don't get talked to because the city or the government purposely set up meetings, because you can have open panels where people can go and say, hey, I live right next to, you're planning on putting let's just say for simplicity, a coal fire plant right next to my fucking house, or a dump right next to my fucking house. Let's go complain. So they purposely do it during work hours where a lot of the lower community, because they can't miss work, can't go to these things. So there's no complaints. So then they get to go straight through the process, and suddenly there's a dump or a coal fire plant in these areas that people don't want it. It's kind of like redlining back when banks were doing that back in the day. Even though it's illegal now, but it's a little different because legally they just kind of use loopholes, such as everything or every rich person does nowadays.
Well, that's the job of a business, to use loopholes.
It is, yes, and that's the problem. And there's no internalizing those externalities where the business isn't responsible for, let's say, there's an increase in cancer in that local area. They just put a coal fire plant. They don't have to pay up unless someone finds that information and directly traces it back to that company. And even then, it's a freaking pain in the ass to get the lawsuit to go through. Because normally there's a bunch of factories there and there's, blah, 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 blah. I can go on, like I said, for hours about this topic. And that's the one thing where I learned a lot of in my college days, was learning that stuff, which I didn't know about. And I didn't even think about it. Think about everything that goes into, buying a stupid plastic $1 pen from, the supermarket or whatever. All these small little things add up over time. Especially with the whole, again, as people have stated, quality and goods have gone down because businesses understand if you make something that lasts a lifetime, you lose money. So why build it? Why not make it for a quick profit, make a pen that breaks in 2 seconds and you have to go and buy a new one? And that constant process of buying goods rather than building something and creating a customer for life where it has, a lifetime warranty. It's made of fucking steel. It, isn't terrible for the planet to produce, such as plastic goods. And that's where the biggest issue with consumerism comes from, is it's that we as humans, like for example, right, we have garbage, we have recycling at our curb. Some places do, at least in America. Some places don't have recycling at the curb, other places, and you have to pay for that out of pocket. When in reality, you'd use a lot less trash. Let's say if you had a home garden, you do this and that, because you're now paying the trash and the garbage you're buying from the store. Like you get a meat package, right? It's normally with plastic. Sometimes it's wrapped in a plastic lined paper, which people think is recyclable, which you can't recycle. Like a lot of the paper things in freezers, you can't recycle that because it's slightly plasticized to be able to survive in a freezer without getting soggy and wet and disintegrating. And you're forced to pay money to take it to the dump, when the companies in reality could just make it out of biodegradable material, and so you could just throw it in your backyard or something. There's a lot of things that the companies do, and some companies are better than others, of course, that you're now faced to take on the cost as an individual or as a household. And that goes back into the large scale of things. There's a lot of things that governments and companies do where they externalize a lot of the processes that they could do in-house because it's cheaper. But it's cheaper because they're unsustainably doing it someplace else and ruining their forest for the sake of our forest in terms of, like, lumber. And so there's a lot to think of. There is a lot to think of when it comes into any of this crap.
I just want trees cut down, man.
And you can have a tree cut down. That's fine. Just replant it someplace else.
Might actually, you know what? That's a bucket goal. I want to cut down a tree. Or get a tree cut down. I don't know.
At the
I don't
same
care
time,
if I have to take an axe and cut down a tree myself, or whether I have to pay someone to cut down a tree before I die.
That's actually a good point.
I want to be personally a part of one tree's death.
I can safely say I've been a part of like 6.
One's the environmentalist here.
He's the environmentalist, and I have never harmed a plant or a tree.
You never walked off the trail?
I have a cactus that I got when I was 5 years old, still alive at my mom's house.
Wow.
I water it every year on my birthday.
Water it every year on my birthday.
It is going strong. That cactus has grown so much. He's a banger. I love that cactus. Go water him once, and he's happy for life.
I'll give you a hint. Oregon, there's a fuck ton of trees. You can get a lumber job instantly. Well, unless you're in a bad lumber year. But yeah. No,
Why are there no lumber jobs? Why is there no lumberjacks in my area? Like, there's no lumber companies? None of it. Why? I just thought about that.
I guarantee you there is in Royal, your area. Like no one fucking lives there.
My area is like...
Yeah, but you don't... I'm talking like forest roads on a mountain.
Bro.
I know. I know. What I'm trying to get at is...
But, like, why wouldn't their company be stationed here? Like, why
That's a good question. Why not station there? Because that would produce a lot of jobs in your area.
Do you understand how many jobs you would produce for one?
The biggest area
how much
is
work
where...
there is? There are trees as far as the eye can see.
Xander, where would you sell it?
To anywhere. I mean, there's got to be someone. I mean, if you ask me where do you sell wood, no one needs wood, right? Like, what do you need fucking wood for?
Build houses, build paper, making shitty coasters, making pens, because a lot of places are going back into using wood for a lot of materials. There's a lot of things people use wood for. The biggest issue is if you're in BFE, you are responsible for transporting that to a seller, and that's a lot of gas and diesel in terms of getting it to someplace that you can actually then ship it out of. You'd have to have a shipping hub, and that means you'd either have to fly it someplace, which is unreasonable when talking about wood, and primarily what you would do is take giant diesel trucks. I guess now some companies like Daimler are making like the E-Cascadia and having electric trucks, and you'd have to transport that to another place where then you would sell it to a company. if that makes sense. And if you don't have a lot of construction nearby, there's not a lot of need for wood,
You
steel,
just
other things like that.
invented a crazy good business model. Buy a Tesla semi, cut down trees, load trees into Tesla semi, sell them. It's a 100% free operation one man could do.
You try cutting a tree down by yourself. It's fucking hard.
You try pulling an oil well by yourself. They say it takes 12 guys, but I've fucking done it with 2. I've done it with
Jesus.
1. It's not fair.
No,
not
it's
fair.
not.
It's not fair. And it hurts. You're gonna get hurt.
It also depends on the type of trees you have nearby, because some trees don't. Again, I don't mean to rant, but
I wonder if that's why.
some trees are less good for building purposes and more for aesthetic purposes.
I wonder if there's something to do with the fact there's no lumber companies anywhere. I've never seen one, but there is 101 oil companies around here pulling oil every 20 feet out of the fucking ground. You can go into the woods, walk 100 feet, and you'll find an oil rig. Like, there's so many oil rigs in my area.
Well, that's probably another reason why you don't have any lumber, is because those two don't go hand in hand at all.
We have lumber as far as the eye can see, but obviously you can't cut down trees when there's people pulling oil every 20
Exactly.
feet.
Yeah. That means oil companies own the land. You can't really get a lumberer in there.
Yeah.
That's probably the real reason why you don't have any lumberjacks. Is because
Yeah.
all of it's owned by oil.
Everything's owned by oil. Big Oil has our
Big oil, big pharma.
Big Oil owns us.
Alex, that was supposed to be your cue.
They got it with big oil.
Yeah, okay.
Big Oil is crazy right now. That's insane.
Okay.
Man, I wish I was one of them Saudi Arabian oil kings.
You said you wish you were?
Yeah, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, there's several issues with that, but, you know.
I mean, they're having their own issues right now, but, still, they got ho-ha. They were killing it 2016.
I was more thinking the problem with oil in general, but, that's fine.
What, you don't like oil?
No.
God, environmentalist.
I will state, it is 1:59 in terms of hours that we've been
Do
going.
we call this here and go play Crystal?
We can also continue. I mean, it depends on Mr. Tired and also Third Tired. So it all depends. I mean, I've been ranting for the last, probably, I guess at this point, 30 minutes about environmental issues. So I don't have to think about an environmental topic anymore.
What would you like to do, Dr. Pepper Man?
Let's go, Kurt Spell.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, in that case, I'd like to thank anybody who came out. I appreciate you. Hopefully, the ranting today wasn't too bad. Of course it was, because we didn't really have any topics, because our guest canceled. Hopefully, at some point, we'll have this guest on another day, but we'll see. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and if you did, I would say check out X sponsor, but we don't have any sponsors, because we're small time.
You could be our sponsor.
Insert
Here,
sponsor
advertise-
ad right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you enjoyed, by all means, please. Yeah, please. Please. Yeah, please.
The word he seeks is praise.
I was going to say, please, click that follow button. It doesn't hurt. Do it all. You can turn off notifications. I don't care. Just got to get those numbers up. And spread the word. Even if you don't want to follow, spread the word to other
All right.
people. Have
What's
fun.
our environmental fact of the day?
I don't know. The environmental factor was the last 30 minutes of the fucking podcast, Sander.
no.
You
You
want me to
give
get
us
another
more.
one?
Yeah,
Oh
one more.
my fucking god. I don't know what the fuck. There's no 11 billion crabs in Alaska being disappeared anymore. Environmental news.
What do you know what you Google this? You're my environmental guy. Give me something. Come on.
Every time I do this, I fucking Google this. What is wrong with you?
Wow, what an environmentalist.
I don't keep up to date with anything. I guess
Here,
environmental.
using
you-
Google
here, you-
that runs
You want to
on
talk about environmental
electricity.
news? You want to talk about environmental news? The one I know off the top of my head is that fusion experiment that America successfully did. I think it was last week. I think it was last Friday, where the Department of Justice regretfully is funding it, but that's fine. Where we managed to use a bunch of lasers inside of a glass tube that has mirrors and crap like that to kind of reflect and do whatever the hell fusion is. And managed to get a fusion reaction to occur where it produced more energy than went into it using the lasers. Regretfully, with that process, though, we normally destroy all the lasers. I don't know about this experiment because I
Which
haven't.
breaks the rule of joules, right?
What?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
rule of joules where nothing can be more power
That's-
can be put into it.
Yeah,
than
that's
not
why
put.
we've seeked fusion, because that's like all the space shows and sci-fi. We all use fusion because that's technically unlimited energy. Because once you start that reaction, you constantly have an X flow of energy from that point on, and that's why it takes a lot of time and effort to get those engines back online, like Star Trek and stuff. It's a nuclear fusion
Tell me
reaction.
we're gonna have shields.
I mean, I think we might be talking about shields, and by that I mean like I think that's already a thing. I'm not sure, but
Like we can make shields, like invisible things that block you physically.
well, this is an environmental. But in Japan, I think it was in college, so anywhere from 5 to 3 years ago, I think potentially, they made a camo cloak. Japan did.
Oh,
Using a
that.
bunch of small optical
I know
cameras.
that. Yeah.
It's not like a field, but it's a cloak.
No,
it's like a
I mean,
parka.
right. I also know that a couple of years ago, my buddy was at plays starts with a G. Anyways,
Germany.
Famous convention where they talk about a bunch of like upcoming technology and stuff,
Yeah.
and they have turrets automated.
Oh
and,
yeah.
and they
Yeah.
can direct and tell the difference between like certain types of citizens. They can racially profile, and they can also do
That's old
signature
news.
face testing. And yeah, the new models that they were showing off are really cool.
Yeah. So that's my environmental news. Is weirdly fusion. The fact that we actually got a fusion reaction is legitimately fucking massive for the mankind. Because it's like getting a new break in quantum mechanics, right? Now that we have a process down, now all we need is lasers durable enough, the tube durable enough, and the power. Because I think it was put in 2, and we got 3.5 out megajoules. So it's not a lot of energy, but still energy output. And so what that means is that could be the future of power. We could then, again, regretfully, not a lot of people like nuclear reactors in their backyard, but that would be the thing, is we'd have unlimited power everywhere. We wouldn't have to burn coal, saving the environment. We wouldn't have to create dams, saving the environment in terms
All right,
of the
this
fish.
is glorious. We get the picture. Let's get out of here
Yeah.
and go play some Christmas.
So that's environmental facts at the top of my head.
Thank you everybody for coming in to see our podcast. Thank you everybody for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy yourselves. Goodbye.